Why don't we go through today doing a softball foot treatment in real time at the pace that you could normally do it for your daily practice. So all you'll need today is the large softball to get started. I have mine here right in front of me. And let's first go ahead and assess where we're at today. So go ahead and stand up straight, close your eyes, just breathe and see where your body might be holding tension. Bring your awareness to maybe your glutes and your butt cheeks and see if you can release any tension, because we don't need our mover muscles to hold us up to stabilize us. Can you unlock your knees? Do they feel locked? See if you can soften them. And then notice your footprints and notice how much coverage you have on the ground for each foot. Maybe you are leaning more towards the heel of one foot, or maybe you're over your toes on the balls of your feet. Notice what you're feeling today. And then feel if you could notice your feet feeling like they're one in front of the other. Knowing that you put your feet side by side in a straight line, notice if you can sense that it feels like they're a little staggered or a little off. That'll be a sign that our autopilot is having a little bit of a struggle today connecting to our center of gravity. So notice what you feel. Go ahead and open your eyes. I'm going to start on my right foot. You can choose whichever foot you would like to do. And I'm going to place the ball underneath the arch of my right foot, not stepping on it yet, but I'm going to gently lower down onto position point number 1, right in the middle of the foot. And I'm going to start to paw back and forth about 10 times. So I'm getting my body ready for the work that I'm going to do. This is signaling that there's going to be some input, and it's already starting to prime and pump the fascial fluid flow through my body. On your next compression, pause there and wait. Move your joints around in space. That way your brain can find where your joints are, since your joints act as little satellites. This will just help kind of calibrate where we are in space so our brain can recognize that. Take a step back with your left foot. Move that ball up to underneath the big toe. Remember, if you look down and you shouldn't be able to see the ball between your toes, go ahead and lunge forward. Your compression goes straight down over the ball. Lean back, take an inhale. Exhale, lean over the second toe knuckle. If you look down, you might see that second toe knuckle popping up. Inhale, lean back. Third toe, go ahead and press down. Nice soft lunge and lean back. Fourth toe, go ahead and lunge. Your compression is straight down or maybe at a slight angle forward. Lean back, inhale. Exhale, let's go ahead and press down into the fifth pinky knuckle. Go ahead and lean back off of that. I'm going to turn to the side so you can see. Now the ball is going to go halfway between my big toe and my heel in my medial arch. Careful here with the sensitivity. Go ahead and compress. And lean back. Roll that ball back just underneath the mound of the big toe. This is right on the toe tendon. Go ahead and compress. This is sensitive, so you don't have to give it your full weight if you don't want. I'll turn to the outside. You're going to do the lateral line, position point number 4, halfway between the pinky toe and the heel. Compress. Then I'm going to glide that ball to position point 5, right where the heel starts to taper before it comes out wide again. I'm going to compress. This is the thickest part of our plantar fascia. We're going to go through all of that one more time. Again, in real time, I'm going to compress position point number 1, right in the middle of the foot. If you have your hands on your hips, try to take them off. Position points number 2, underneath the big toe, press straight down. Take an inhale back. Exhale, second toe. Third. Fourth, pumping the fluid. Fifth, pinky toe knuckle kind of goes on a diagonal. Inside the medial arch, halfway between the big toe and the heel, go ahead and press straight down in that juicy part of the arch. Roll it back right underneath the ball of the big toe. Move it to the outside lateral side. We're going to press halfway between the pinky and the heel. And then we're going to go to where the heel starts to taper, position point number 5, at the thickest part of the plantar fascia. Redistribute your weight 50% on each leg. Keep that compression for a moment, and then we're going to start to glide, keeping your forefoot on the ground, gently swiveling the ball left to right. And as you swivel the ball left to right, you want to travel your foot forward so that ball starts to move towards the back of the heel. Try to keep your pressure constant here. And once it reaches the back of the heel, go ahead and start moving your foot back towards you, keeping that glide, consistent pressure. And when it's at position point 5 again, right between the ankle bones, go ahead and tighten up that wiggle. This is our shear. So we're kind of working the fluid into what would be like a dry sponge. And that way when we pause, we come off the ball, we should feel a nice fill effect. Let's go ahead and rinse. We're going to go from big toe to little toe. So let's do a transverse rinse. I'm going to step on it with my big toe knuckle, and I'm going to just move my foot inward to the side. I'm going to start over. Step on the ball with my big toe knuckle, swivel to the side to my pinky toe, start over. One more time, big toe to pinky toe, come off, start over. Now we're going to rinse big toe to heel, or any toe to heel, so front to back. So toes to heel, skate over the ball, come off. Toes to heel, skate over the ball, come off. Doesn't matter if you start at each toe. I like to do that, or I just like to get relatively at the top of my foot to the back of my foot. But every time I come off the ball, I start over. I don't drag the ball back up my foot. One more pass here. And now we're going to friction. So find the balance on the leg that you haven't melted. Lightly scribble the ball on the bottom of the foot that you are melting. Any direction will do. Keep your pressure light. This stimulates the lymphatic channels. And then set that ball aside. Just kind of notice where you're at. Close your eyes for a brief moment. Maybe it feels like you have one seamless leg instead of an obvious ankle, knee, and hip. You might even feel a little bit of buzzing in your fingertips, which is great. We're moving fluid. Let's do the other foot. So now I'm on my left foot. The ball is side by side. I'm going to just hover my foot, my left foot over the ball, so that way when I drop my body weight on, the ball is right in the center of my foot. And I'm just going to kind of paw back and forth. I'm going to try to keep my hands off my hips or my hands off of anything, because I just want the sensory input to be underneath my foot. Now in the next compression, stay there, pause for a second, move your joints around in space. Even though we did this on your right foot, your left foot's an equal opportunist, so we need to make sure that your body is communicating with both limbs to know where you're at as you're walking, as you're running, as you're hopping, whatever you're doing. Go ahead and take a breath in, step back with your right foot, move that ball up. So now we're going to go through position point number 2, which is all across the toes. Let's start with the big toe. We're going to press straight down. Exhale. Inhale on the way back, exhale, press down straight on the second toe knuckle. Look down that you don't see the ball between your toes. Let's go to the third knuckle. Fourth knuckle, little sip of air, straight down. Slight bend in the front knee. Fifth knuckle, straight down. Now I'm going halfway between the big toe and the heel in that medial arch. Position point 3A, press down. I'm going to roll back slightly to just underneath the ball of the big toe. So this is position point 3B. Go ahead and press down. Be careful, this could be sensitive. And then I'm going to go halfway between the pinky toe and the heel. I'm turning so you can see me better. This is position point 4, represents our lateral line. Press straight down. And let's go to position point 5, right where the big toe, right where the heel starts to taper. Press into that really thick plantar fascia. I'm going to decompress 50-50 weight on each leg. I'm going to keep my forefoot on the ground, and I'm going to do my glide. So my glide is preparatory before my shear. It allows me to explore and find out where I might have crunchy feelings or dry tissue. It might feel like I'm going over a couple little speed bumps or Twizzlers. Once that ball reaches the back of your heel, go ahead and pull your foot slowly back towards you, meaning the ball will come back up towards position point 5 where the heel tapers. Once it's there, pause and tighten up that wiggle. So this is our direct shear. Working that fluid into the sponge so that way when we let go, take our foot off, we get a nice fill effect. Let's do our transverse rinse. Starting at the big toe, we're going to go across to the little toe. So press on the ball with your big toe knuckle, wipe your foot across, start over. I'm lifting my foot completely off the ball, pressing at the big toe, going across the little toe, come off. One more rinse here, big toe, swivel the foot around, little toe, come off. Let's go toe to heel. Your passes start where you want them to. It can start at your pinky toe if you want. It can start at your big toe if you want. It can be the same route the whole time. It's your practice. As long as you know that rinsing is one direction, we're just going from toe to heel. And I'm going to do one more pass here. And now I'm going to friction. So balancing on the leg that I am not melting, I'm scribbling the ball at the bottom of my left foot, lightly stimulating the pre-lymphatic channels. One more time on each foot, go back to my right foot, friction the ball, gentle pressure here, should just feel really nice and light. And then finally, one last time on our left foot. And that is it. Let's go ahead and move that ball off to the side. Stand feet side by side, look down, make sure your toes are in a line. Go ahead and close your eyes. Let's do our final check-in. So maybe you notice now that your feet contact the ground much more fully. Whereas before you might have felt just a heel or a forefoot, now you're feeling like your feet are grounded And you're maybe centered more over the arch of your feet instead of leaning towards your heels or leaning towards the forefoot. Scan up, notice that your knees are not locked, also that your glutes and your thighs are not clenching. That way you can support yourself with your actual stabilizer muscles and not have to use those big muscle groups like your quads or your glutes to actually stabilize you. Those are muscles that move us. And now, if you notice that your feet felt like they were staggered at the beginning, maybe now you can notice that they feel like they are going straight across. That means your autopilot has reconnected to its center of gravity, much better for balance and spatial awareness as you move about your day. No bumping into corners if you're walking fast or knocking stuff off the table. I do that. So go ahead and take a breath in. Exhale, let everything settle. Enjoy this feeling of feeling taller, a little bit of buzzing of fluid flowing. Open your eyes. And that is your practice doing the softball foot treatment. Real time. Happy melting. I'll see you next time.